What's up, guys? West Coast Picks here, and today I have this GEGE half euro cylinder that was sent to me by Randy Perkins. So as always, you can reach Randy Perkins by clicking on his icon up in the corner there. Go visit his channel. This is a Yale type keyway, 6-pin, and kind of a crazy bitting. I mean, a lot of high, and then a medium, and then a lot of low. So we'll see how fun that is to get into. But nice working lock. It's nice and smooth. GEGE, for those of you who don't know, is a higher end brand name and usually very well made locks. So I'm expecting this to not be super easy. Looks good. Let's go top of the keyway here. And I'll try with this very worn out hook, but I might have to move on to something a little bit more shallow if I can't get it to work for me here. A little bit out of 2, it felt like. And it clicks out of the back there. 3, I think. Alright, I'm going to switch to something a little thicker that's going to give me a little bit more leverage here, because that other one's so worn out I don't really want to test it, if you know what I mean. That's how you break them. Alright, a little bit more out of 3 it felt like. And 1 and we're open. Alright. So that was a GEGE. I didn't feel any spools or anything in there, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any. I did get some clicks, which would lead me to think that there were serrations in there, but not necessarily. So let's take a shot here. I've packed all my stuff away. As you guys know, I'm kind of in the middle of moving, so not easy for me to find the tool I need when I need it. Alright. Don't think I'll need a shim, at least not to get the core out, maybe to get it back in. And we've got all 6 in there. The last 2 are pretty high cut, and I am seeing counter milling in everything except for chamber 1. So these are the anti-drill in the front here. Get rid of those. And standard. 1 looks like it might be a steel pin. I'll check that in a sec here. Which should not surprise me at all. GEGE's pretty high end. And as you can see, it has drill protection in the plug. So it wouldn't surprise me if that actually was a steel pin. Let's find out. Yeah, definitely is. Jumps right to it. And the rest of them are just brass. And you can tell by looking at it. But we'll get a close look at that after. Hopefully I don't forget. There is counter milling in the core there. Oh wow, okay, so very cool serrated pin in one. Very cool. Standard in 2. I'm thinking that standard actually might be steel as well. That is an anti-bump in 3. Which it's a little bit like oval shaped pin, and I'll show you in a sec. Another very cool spool in 4. Or serrated, I guess, double spool or very deep serrations. I'll fire it out. One big serration, or maybe a short spool, if that's what you want to call it. And another one in the back here. And they're all sized accordingly to the pins corresponding. So that's pretty nice. All the springs look the same, and they're all steel spring with pretty good tension on them too. I'm not going to pull them all out. I'll pull one out, but they all look the same. Let's see if there's any counter milling. No, it doesn't look like it. They all look, Bible looks normal. So, let's get a close look at this, guys. See what this GEGE has in store for us. Just going to check that pin 2, which is also steel. So that is another anti-drill pin in chamber 2. That's pretty cool. So this is what we had. We have some very, very cool looking serrated pins here. Or maybe that's a triple spool. I don't know what you would call that. Deep serrations or shallow spool, one of the two. This is an anti-bump pin, and I'll show you in a sec how that works. That is either a double spool or 2 wide serrations, and either short spools or wide serrations. All standard key pins. And we'll take a look at this anti-bump pin here. So this will fit in the Bible normally, travel up and down, but when it comes time to go into this plug, as you notice, it will not go in all the way. Any one of these other drivers will go all the way into one of these plug chambers, but this anti-bump pin will not. And they do that so it doesn't actually touch the key pin. It has a little space in between it and the key pin, and that thwarts your kinetic attack. I mean, you can bump it and it's going to fly up and it's going to hit this anti-bump pin, but it's not touching, so it's not going to transfer all the energy like it will with the rest of the pins. So this one is not going to fly up and up over the shear line like the rest of them will. So that's how that works. Before I forget, we'll take a look at this counter milling. If I can get this thing to focus properly here. Come on. Sooner or later, there we go. And we got counter milling on everything except for one. Pretty nice lock. I mean, I opened it kind of quick for what it is. It's actually a lot better than what I made it look like. Anyway, thanks Randy Perkins for this lock. Everyone else, have a good one.